Hey guys, Kigura Adrian here, and today I have a video for my updated Firefox add-ons. I actually got a request from the user XXKemi920XX on if I can do an updated video on my Firefox add-ons as of current. I got this October 19th. I'd love to get more feedback, guys, from you guys. So if you want to request videos, I know I haven't gotten a lot out lately. You can also contact me at youtube.com/digitaldojos. I've been doing a lot of cool tutorials there. A lot of good content on that channel as well. And of course, you can email me at digitaldojos@gmail.com for any requests, and I'll either be doing the videos there or some of the more personal videos, like I said, like for my current Firefox add-ons. I'm going to obviously be doing that from my main channel, like you're cool, man. Alright, so with that, I do want to get an updated list out and show you guys what I've been, what I've been using lately. Not much has changed, to be honest, but I do have some new stuff, and I've been using some new add-ons to, I've been messing around with a lot of stuff. So first off, I want to start off with my theme. I'm using NASA Night Launch still. A lot of people always ask me what theme I use. And yeah, this is NASA Night Launch. I've always been using this one. I just really like the black and gray look to it. And if people are wondering how I get all my things in the top bar, basically you right click, go to customize. Well, actually, first off, you want to right click and right click and anywhere up here, customize, and then you want to drag all the icons to the top bar. And with that, you can click the use small icons button, otherwise they look big like that. I like to save a lot of browser space, or give a lot of space for my browser. So I try to take up some minimal room as I can. And then you would disable navigation toolbar, disable bookmarks, and disable whatever other toolbars you have, and I put them all in the menu bar. That way I only have the menu bar, and I only have, and I only have the tab bar, and that's all I have to see. Alright, and I use another add-on, which I'll be getting onto later. Alright, so, yeah, I use NASA Night Launch as my theme, and going back to the add-ons, first off is Delicious Bookmarks. Now, Delicious is in cooperation with Demonoid, Delicious. Delicious.com. If you go to Delicious.com, it's one of the... Basically, it's a bookmarking service, but I use this in a different way where you can, check out a lot of cool stuff that people post up here through tags and stuff like that. You can see these are the tags for the bookmarks and the hot lists and stuff like that. Really cool site to it's like a social networking site for bookmarks. You can share your most recent bookmarks and stuff like that. I use it because it comes with the features. As you can see here, you can tag your a certain site or a certain website or article you're on, and I use this for actually I run multiple podcasts, for example at podcast.digitaldojos.com, where we do the weekly tech news. When I'm looking for articles like on wired.com, cnet.com, news.com, or you guess this the same thing, but wired.com, Mashable, whatever it may be, and I find interesting articles for that current episode, I like to tag them so that I can have other members of the podcast or other, hosts who are going to be on the show be able to reach those stories really easily. And rather than sending them a whole bunch of links, I can just tag them all with something like DJ6, standing for DojoCast Episode 6, and give them that link. And on Delicious, they can view all the bookmarks and read the stories, and they can comment either on Delicious. They can share. It's a social network. So basically, it helps me out. I use the bookmarking service specifically for my podcasting. Really cool service. Alright, moving on. Evernote Web Clipper. Now, this deals with the service Evernote.com, which if you ever even seen this either, it is a, let's see here. Evernote.com is basically a remember everything service. It's for capturing notes, accessing in them anywhere, and finding them fast, obviously on your mobile device, on your laptop, whatever it may be. So basically it's a note-taking tool, very advanced, can be used for a lot of things. But the Evernote Web Clipper, what this does is, if I can actually go to tools and I think add to Evernote. If I want to add something, basically I take a clip of the web, if I'm reading an article and I find something interesting. So for example, if I went to lifehacker.com, I think it should work here. Yeah, so if I find this article interesting, I can add to Evernote. And oh, sorry, I guess I have to set up my account because I just actually, installed Evernote. So see if we go here, add-ons, options, I would have to put in my notes, or I have to put in my information for my account. But basically, you can take you can take clips of images. You can take specific lines of text, snippets of text, and save them to your Evernote notebook. And then you can put notes to them. You can add stuff like maybe like a buy it later list if you want to buy an item or you're comparing items. You can take pictures of furniture or phones, whatever you're thinking of buying, and you can create a notebook online. It's a really cool service. Definitely check it out if you're an Evernote user, or if you haven't gotten to Evernote at all and you really want to try it out. It's a really cool service. And again, you can go here if you want to read more, and they have some, they have a blog that you can read on how to use it and some updates they've been using. So yeah, check it out, evernote.com. And you can see here, this is the notebook I was talking about. You can take notes, and it does, there's pens for it. It's a lot of cool stuff. Really cool site and service. Alright, going back to my add-ons. And of course, you can check all these add-ons out at addons.mozilla.org. Alright, but going back to the other ones I have. Next one, Java console doesn't really count. Read it later. Basically, this just allows me to save pages to read it later. This little icon right here. If I was to check it on post, basically it just stores it. It's kind of like bookmarking in a way, but let's say I don't finish reading a specific article, like this week's most popular post for Lifehacker, and I'm later on I want to read it. I just check this little mark here and I'll put read it later, and this will actually sync it to my account. And when I'm on my iPhone, or if I'm on my other computer like a laptop or something, or if I'm even at somebody else's house, I can open my read it later account and check all the articles that I haven't finished reading. Now this even works for stuff like Dig, if you haven't read a Digged article, or if you want to like kind of bookmark where you last left off. Read it later is a really cool service for you like RSS junkies and stuff like that. Alright, speed dial, basically this allows you to get direct access to your most favorite sites. I haven't added everything here into the 9 slots yet, but basically I just set this up because I actually just recently got this because I really like this feature in a browser called Opera, so I decided to download it recently, today actually, just to show you because I'm going to be using this. You can put your favorite sites in here to access them when you open a new tab, so Lifehacker, Twit, Tumblr, Twitter, mydigitaldojos.com obviously. You can add YouTube, you can add whatever. Basically just a quick way to, open a tab, click here, and then access the web page. That way you don't actually have to open a tab and then type it in. Just it makes life a little bit easier. Alright, moving down the list. Tab Mix Plus. Basically, this gives you one of my number one recommended add-ons. I always install this when I get Firefox. It does a whole, tab browsing with an additional boost. You can change behavior tabs, how they open. If they open in a different window, you can enable single window mode. So, like when there's some links when you click them and it opens in a new window. You can basically make them all open in one window. Tab merging, tab features, tab closing options. You can have tabs so that when they open, if you haven't viewed that tab yet, so let's say you click a link, for example, if I was to click this home link, see how that the text is red up here? It notifies me that I actually haven't opened that tab to read it yet. So the Tab Mix Plus allows you to do that, so you know where your unread tabs are. It also, one of my favorite features, it does this thing called Session Restore. You can use this rather than the Firefox built-in restore, because I personally prefer the Tab Mix Plus restore. Basically, if I close out my browser or reopen it, all my tabs will be saved, automatically opens them, so you can adjust all these settings right here. So that's Tab Mix Plus, very useful add-on. Tile tabs. Basically, this allows you to tile your browser, obviously. And if I was to go to something like youtube.com, and this is really useful just when I'm watching a video, so let's click one of these videos here that let's say I was watching. This is for John for Lakers. So let's say I was watching this video. What? Pause this. And let's say I was reading an article, and I want to read this article, but at the same time I want to watch the video. Yeah, I can open it in 2 windows, or I can tile the tab. And I'm gonna go ahead and tile it here. So I'm gonna say above, and then I can have this browser open, but let's say I want to add this tab too. So I'm gonna say tile tab above, and then I'll undo this tile. So that way I can be watching this video. Let me mute so you don't have to hear it. I can be watching John's video while I'm reading this article, while I'm working on a blog post. Very useful if you're like covering, you're reviewing a product or something, you're watching a video on the product, whatever it may be. Really cool service or add-on. You can do a whole bunch of different stuff with the tiling, so do check it out. Alright, sorry, this video is going longer than I expected. Oh wait, I thought that let's go back here, tools, add-ons. And lastly, Tiny Menu. Tiny Menu basically replaces the file, menu, edit, and puts them all in one small menu up here. Very useful to save space. Very cool. And last but not least, bookmarks or X marks. Basically syncs your bookmarks and web discovery, your passwords, your history on your X marks account. That way you can be synced over to other machines or your mobile device like an iPhone or a Droid or something like that. That way you can view your content on the go. You can access your websites on the go with your passwords and stuff like that. It can sync your current open tabs. It takes a look at your current open tabs every now and then and syncs them automatically. That way you can automatically open them on another machine. If you're like constantly switching between machines, if you have kind of like a command center setup like I do, where I have a lot of computers around me, then Xmarks is a very, very useful setup tool for your Firefox. Do check it out, guys. And these are my current add-ons. I'll try and get links for each add-on in the video description. Hope you enjoyed. Love to see your add-ons. Video response below, comments, whatever you want to do. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and email me if you have any video recommendations, requests, stuff like that. Alright, guys. Again, thanks for watching.